Hey guys, welcome back. It's April 22nd, I think, and we're back at it again. I picked up more screws, more nails, and today we're going to get the walls up. So we'll gather our tools up and jump right at it. But my plan is basically I'm going to put the top plates on while they're still laying down here. So I've got both our 16-foot top plates, our 12-foot top plates. I'll get those mounted up and ready to go, and then we'll probably start with the rear wall on the back side here. Then we'll do the front wall, and then we'll do the two sides. So once we get our tools together, you guys will see kind of what the plan is for that. And I'll try to go into as much detail as I can, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's get to it. Okay guys, we've got the top plates mounted. So basically, just for now, I screwed them in place, and the 16-foot walls have a 3.5-inch offset on the top plates on each end, because the 12-foot walls, the top plate has a 3.5-inch overlap. So when we erect these, this top plate on the 12-foot wall is going to intersect and overlap the end of the 16-foot wall, and then we can tie them together on the corners. We'll also nail these end studs on the 12-foot wall to the 16-foot, the studs on the end of the 16-foot wall. That's why we've got a doubled up stud on the corners of the 16-foot wall. So let me get these 12-footers moved. We'll get one of the 16-footers moved, and then I'll show you kind of what we're going to do from there. Alright guys, I'm going to stand the front wall up first, since it's already on top of the rear wall. But I've already I've got these type of anchor screws. They are a GRK fastener, and I got 3 1/8 inch long rugged structural screws, something like that. So I've got 4 of them in the bottom plate already, but I'm going to stand this wall up just by hand, and then we'll screw the wall down, and it should stay. There's no wind, so hopefully that's the case. Lost it. Should have had my hammer here so I could pound a little bit. It's a little wobbly. Let's go ahead and tackle the rear wall, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this one. I probably should have done it with the front wall, but it's up, so. Alright guys, so here's what I did. I scabbed in this 2x4, and this is going to pivot with a bottom plate, and as I stand this wall up, this bottom plate is going to skid along the floor, and when I get it vertical, I'll screw this bottom plate to the floor, and this scabbed in 2x4 is screwed to the center post, and that should hold it up from tipping so that I can get it situated on the back side of the shed here. So let's give it a shot. Alright, I got it stood up. I did that off camera just because I wasn't sure where this was going to go, and I didn't want you guys to see me get hurt. But it's up. I just got to get it scooted to the edge and then centered, and then we can screw that support down. Close enough. Okay, we got the third wall up on the other end. The bottom plate is tied in, but I haven't tied any of the top together yet. So we'll lift this wall into place, and then we'll get... Whew, sorry I'm out of breath. These things are kind of heavy. We'll get everything tied together and boxed in. Go, Noah. Didn't really work. Alright, well, it's standing, but it's wedged in there. Everything's a little tight on the ends, so I got to get a hammer and persuade it a little bit. Well, the sun goes down fast this time of year, but we got all the walls tied together. I don't have the end plates, I should say the end studs nailed together yet, so this stud here isn't nailed to the corner post of the front and rear walls. I did put one screw in the middle all the way around, but we're all together, and I'll climb to the top of the ladder here to show you guys what I mean, where these top plates overlap. So the 12-foot sidewall, the top plate overlaps the 16-foot rear and front wall, and then this top plate comes up and just intersects with it here. So that's kind of the plan. Everything's tied together on the top corners here. I just have to nail these end studs together And so far so good. Not bad for my first my first construction project. So it's actually turning out to be a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. So, but that's a good thing. That's just more storage. So, all right, let's shut her down for the night. Next is gonna be just tying the corners together, finalizing that, and siding. I think siding will be next, and then we can move on to the roof. So, getting there.